Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to beautiful Wrigley Field in Chicago. Tonight's matchup is a semifinal playoff matchup, Game 1 of the London Lords versus the Chicago Cubs. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. For the Lords, Jazz Chisholm, followed by Byron Buxton, Kyle Manzardo, Pete Alonso, Giancarlo Stanton, David Wright, Gary Sanchez, Jordan Westberg, Andrew McCutchen, and on the mound, Pablo Lopez. For the Cubs, Ryne Sandberg, Kyle Schwarber, Sammy Sosa, Ian Happ, Seiya Suzuki, Billy Williams, Ernie Banks, Kris Bryant, Moises Ballesteros, and on the mound, Mark Prior. In the top bracket semifinal, we have the 1 seed, the Chicago Cubs, versus the number 4 seed, the London Lords. In the bottom bracket, that semifinal is the number 2 seed, the New Orleans Pinheads, versus the 3 seed, the Cairo Cats. Both semifinals are a best-of-5 series. The first team to win 3 games advances to the championship. Leading things off for the Lords, Jazz Chisholm. And on the mound for the Cubs, Mark Prior. First pitch is a ball inside. The 1-0 pitch. Ball 2 inside. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. It's a strike. 2-1's the count. Prior winds and delivers. Ball high. 3-1's the count. And Chisholm hits that ball deep to center field, but it is playable for Sosa. Out number 1. Byron Buxton steps in. Takes a strike. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Prior winds and delivers. Buxton fouls that pitch away. We'll do it again. The 0-2 from Prior. Fouled away. We'll do it again. Prior delivers. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Buxton. 2 away. Kyle Manzardo the batter. Manzardo takes a strike. The 0-1 pitch. Strike 2. The 0-2 from Prior. Fouled away. We'll do it again. Prior winds and delivers. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Manzardo. We go to the bottom of the first. Sandberg, Schwarber, and Sosa coming up for the Cubs. The leadoff man, Ryne Sandberg, steps in. Pablo Lopez on the mound. Swing and a miss. 0-1 to Sandberg. Ball inside. 1-1's the count. Sandberg swings and misses. 1-2's the count.
1-2.
Ball outside. 2-2. Sandberg hits that ball back up the middle into center field. That's going to be a leadoff single for Ryne Sandberg. Next up for the Cubs, Kyle Schwarber. Schwarber swings and misses. 0-1's the count. Swing and a miss from Schwarber. 0-2's the count. Check over the runner on first. Sandberg's back in there. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Schwarber's down on strikes, but Sandberg steals second base. Stepping in for the Cubs, Sammy Sosa. Swing and a miss from Sosa. 0-1's the count. Ball high. 1-1's the count. Ball outside, 2-1. Fouled away, out of play. 2-2 is the count. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Sosa. 2 away. Happ the batter. Swing and a miss. 0-1's the count. Happ fouls that pitch away. 0-2 is the count. Ball inside. 1-2. Happ swings and misses. Cubs get a leadoff hit from Ryne Sandberg, but do nothing. We go to the top of the second. 0-0. Stepping in for the Lords, Pete Alonso. Mark Pryor back on the mound for his second inning of work. First pitch is a strike. The 0-1. Fouled away. 0-2. Pryor winds and delivers. Ball low.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-2 pitch from Pryor. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Alonso. 1 away. Giancarlo Stanton, the batter. Stanton pops that ball up. Foul out of play down the first base line. 0-1's the count. Ball low. 1-1. Strike 2. 1-2's the count. Pryor winds and delivers. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Stanton. 2 away. David Wright, the batter. Strike 1.
0-1.
The 0-1 pitch from Pryor. Swing and a miss.
0-2.
Pryor winds and delivers. And that ball's hit to Williams, and he boots it. It gets into right field. Suzuki comes in. He gets it in quickly, but David Wright reaches first base. 2 away. Right at first. In steps Gary Sanchez. Sanchez hits the ball to Banks. He gloves it, tosses to second. Out number 3, we go to the bottom of the second. Suzuki, Williams, and Banks coming up for the Cubs. Seiya Suzuki steps in. Pablo Lopez still on the mound for the Lords. It's a strike. 0-1's the count. Swing and a miss from Suzuki. Quickly 0-2. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Suzuki. Billy Williams, the batter. Swing and a miss from Williams. 0-1's the count. Ball outside, 1-1. And Williams hits that ball to third. Wright gloves it. Throws to first in time. 2 away. Ernie Banks, the batter. Swing and a miss. 0-1's the count.
0-1.
And Banks pops that ball up to shallow center field. Stanton comes over from right field, makes the catch. Out number 3, we go to the top of the third. Westberg, McCutcheon, and Chisholm coming up for the Lords. Cubs are going to make a pitching change. Coming into the game, the lefty, Aroldis Chapman. Stepping in for the Lords, Jordan Westberg. First pitch from Chapman's a strike. The 0-1. Popped up. Ballesteros rips off his mask. He finds the ball, camps underneath. Out number 1. 1 away. Andrew McCutcheon, the batter. Takes a strike. The 0-1. Strike 2 looking.
0-2.
The 0-2 pitch from Chapman. Fouled away. We'll do it again. Chapman winds and delivers. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes McCutcheon. Stepping in for the Lords with 2 away. The leadoff man, Jazz Chisholm. Chisholm looks at a strike.
It's 0-1.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Chapman winds and delivers. Ball low. 1-2. Pitch from Chapman.
Ball, that's in.
Ball inside. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Chisholm. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Bryant, Ballesteros, and Sandberg's coming up for the Cubs. The Lords are going to make a pitching change into the game. The righty, Evan Phillips. First up for the Cubs, Kris Bryant. Swing and a miss from Bryant.
No ball, 1 strike.
0-1's the count. And Bryant hits the ball to right center field. That's in the gap. And Bryant with a leadoff single to start the bottom of the 3rd inning. Stepping in the box for the Cubs, the catcher, Moises Ballesteros. Ballesteros pops the ball up to left field. Is playable. Out number 1. Ballesteros just missed that. In for the Cubs, the leadoff man, Ryne Sandberg. Sandberg 1 for 1 in the game. Check on Bryant at first. He's back safely. Pitch to Sandberg. It's a ball low. 1-0 is the count. Sandberg fouls that pitch away. 1-1's the count. Fouled off down the first baseline, out of play. 1-2 to Sandberg. Ball outside. 2-2. And Sandberg hits that ball to shortstop. They throw to second. Over to first. In time. Double play. We're going to extra innings. Buxton, Manzardo, and Alonso coming up for the Lords. Extra innings rule, so there's a runner on second base to start the inning. Chapman's going to stay in and work another inning. Buxton fouls the first pitch away. 0-1's the count.
Ball.
Takes the ball high. 1-1. 1-1. Fouled away. 1-2. Ball outside. 2-2 is the count. Ball 3 outside. Payoff pitch from Chapman. Swing and a miss. Buxton's down on strikes. 1 away. Kyle Manzardo, the batter. Manzardo swings and misses. Strike 1.
0-1.
Manzardo fouls that pitch off away down the third baseline, out of play. 0-2 is the count. Ball low. 1-2. And Manzardo drives the ball deep to right field. Suzuki gets there. Makes the catch. And the runner's not going to tag. 2 away. Pete Alonso steps in. Alonso takes the ball high. 0-1's the count. Swing and a miss from Alonso. 1-1.
Ball, 1 strike.
1-1 pitch. Ball high. The 2-1.
That's low. That's
Low. 3-1. Ball 4, he walked him. Pinch runner into the game for the Lords, Ha-Sung Kim. Cubs are going to make a pitching change. Coming in from the bullpen, the right-hander, Porter Hodge. 2 away. Giancarlo Stanton stepping in. Runners on first and second. Stanton takes the first pitch for a strike.
0-1.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss.
No ball.
The 0-2 pitch from Hodge. Ball low. Good block by Ballesteros. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Stanton. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Schwarber, Sosa, and Happ due up for the Cubs. Into the game for the Lords. Tanner Scott. First up for the Cubs, Kyle Schwarber. Extra innings rule, so Ryne Sandberg leads off at second base. Schwarber drives the ball deep down the right field line. This gets into the corner. Sandberg comes around third, and the Cubs walk it off in this first game of the semifinal versus the Lords. Your final tallies for today's game. The Cubs, 1 run on 3 hits. The Lords, no runs on 1 hit. Your pitchers of record, picking up the win for the Cubs, Porter Hodge. He worked a third of an inning, struck out 1. Taking the loss for the Lords, Tanner Scott. For the Lords, the 1 hit came off the bat of David Wright. And for the Cubs, Sandberg was 1 for 2 with the run scored. Kyle Schwarber 1 for 2 with the walk-off double. And Kris Bryant was 1 for 1. And that's going to wrap things up for us today from Wrigley Field in Chicago. In extra innings, the Chicago Cubs won. The London Lords 0. The Cubs take game 1 of a 5-game series. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you don't already, sub to the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, and have a good evening.